Hello guys, it's DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Boss with Famas with 1094 rating versus Pham L with 1075 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and also you can go ahead and check out their YouTube channels on YouTube. You can check out Dinh Pham, I'll leave his down below at the very top of the description, and then you can also check out Boss with Famas' YouTube channel, the DB Grinder, I'll leave that down below at the very top of the description, and then let's go ahead and hop right in. So we're going to go ahead and see Pham win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. They're going to go second, 40 versus 40. Gotta love to see it. And, you know, I mean, we've seen them on DB recently. Like, they were playing the going second Sprite deck. And then my opening hand is Elise, Ash, Vadis, Book, Moonlit. They have Imperm, Mind Control, Jet, Beaver, Talons. So, I bricked. I did not draw a starter in my hand. I did draw Vadis, which is like, if I had the brick, I would like the brick with this card in my hand, because this card has the opportunity to be like 2 interruptions plus follow up. But I go ahead, set, pass, they draw Change of Heart. Then they go normal summon Beaver, Beaver effect, and I knew exactly what they were playing. So I went Ash, Book, which, like, I don't know if it's correct. I mean, I was just thinking, like, if they set up Sprite interruption, like, I probably just lose to it, so I just want to, like, stop the level 2s, but then they go Talents, look at the hand, and it's like, that's a little bit rough. I mean, I lose a little bit of my engine. I still have Vadis. They go set Imperm, pass, I draw Imperm, and then I go activate Vadis, pay 800, go summon out 2, bring out Sophia and Irene, so that way, you know, Sophia gets me a draw here, and then effect, draw on the called by. I thought that was nice, because I was like, this is probably just a bluff. I go on the Capital, effect, and then detach to go search, chain Imperm, that's unfortunate, and then battle phase, attack over, main phase 2, and then pass turn. And I can't even like think about going in the Zeus, because Vadis says you can't special summon monsters from the extra except for Exorcist monsters for the rest of the turn. That and Martha lock you. And then they draw Super Poly, which is broken against this deck. They go Change of Heart. Like, a lot of their deck is broken against this deck. I'm not gonna lie. These, like, super power spells, plus, like, the tiny Sprite engine is very good against this deck. But they go Change of Heart to take my XYZ. Thankfully, they don't have Martha in their deck, so their play is just to go Battle Phase, attack, main phase 2, Zeus, and then effect, Chain Imperm, shut that down. And then they go set Super Poly, pass, I draw Prosperity, and then yeah, this Prosperity's crazy. I mean, top decking Prosperity's crazy. They said go for 6. I said, oh, I am. Yeah, it was never a question whether I was going for 6 or not. It was a question on what I was going to banish, because I didn't know if I wanted to, like, banish all my Zeus or anything. But then I go ahead, look at the top 6, and then, I mean, there's a lot of choices there. You know, you have Aritama, Martha. Those are the 2, like, real choices there, just because Pax is going to search you Martha anyways. So I decided just to go straight for Martha, as this would play around like another Imperm or something like that much better. So I can go like activate Martha, special summon, bring out from deck. But I wasn't even thinking about like, you know, Super Poly, because Super Poly cooks way better there. But yeah, it plays around Imperm way better, because I can go like, instead of just getting Impermed on my Aritama and then just like passing an Aritama and not even bouncing back to hand, I can at least, like, overlay, go into Mio Malkova, detach, try to go search for Returnia, they chain Imperm, I chain the banished Zeus, and then, like, at least I wiped out the Zeus and got rid of that. Because this is a problem, and they're going to bring out Garua, and that's also a problem, because that's just enough for game right there. So, yeah, I think, yeah, just scoop right there. And then, there we go. So, can my Martha go second? Maybe? And then I choose to go first. And then I said, maybe not. But I drew Returnia, Moonlit, Sakitama, Judgment, Book. They drew Sprite Blue, Regeki, Angler, Imperm, Lightning Storm. So again, I bricked. Which is crazy. It's crazy. I don't think I've bricked twice in this deck. Actually, that's a lie. I have bricked twice in this deck. Twice now. 2 different times. I've bricked both games in 1 match. But then I passed, they draw Change of Hearts. Obviously, something's got to be done a little bit with the consistency. But they're going to go main phase. Got to feel good about a lightning storm here, making it to main phase. I hit him with judgment, normal angler, chain book. Well, not chain book, but flip book on the summon. Then they go set imperm pass. I draw Sakitama, which is actually a really good draw there. I was really happy about that because this plays around Super Poly. So Sakitama normal, and then just regular normal, overlay, go for Mia, and then I was also trying to play around just as many, I was trying to play around like as many interruptions as possible. Like if I go for the other one, the Capital, then if they have like Book of Moon, then they still have a level 2 on field. So I feel like I needed to go for this no matter what to get a level 2 off the field. Because, I mean, level 2 is scary. But yeah, they chain Imperm, which I'm really happy about because Return is still alive then. And then, I said, it's like mind control's crazy. Yeah, because here I ended up deciding to go for Zeus. But it was really hard because I was thinking a lot. Because I was like, mind control crazy, said one of. I said change of heart, etc., etc. You got one of them. He said it's a one of. It's like, yeah, it is. That's why I thought about just going for like this set Returnia pass, because it's still one interruption, which is really all I need. But then it's also follow up. But I don't know. I knew something like this was gonna happen. Like one of these cards were gonna get dropped on me. So I was like, all right, yeah, I may as well. Because if I let them take this, then I get hit with Zeus, and I just lose to Zeus. So at least this makes it so I don't get hit with Zeus. So I get to chain my Zeus wipe. And then they go Talents, look at hand, put back Returnia. Yeah, I didn't scoop here because this was like, game 2, and I was about to lose. So I may as well not scoop. I chain Moonlit effect, special summon itself out. Said normal blue OTK. Said GG's, GG's. And then I offer the rematch because, you can't just like brick twice and then just lose. So I had to offer the rematch. And then he goes ahead, decides to make me go first again. Yeah, also, I probably shouldn't have even offered this rematch just because my deck has a pretty bad matchup into his. But I got Imperm, Prosperity, Sophia, Elise, Irene. They have Imperm, Blue, Talent, Starter, Imperm. He said, I beg Martha to be in my hand. Let's try it again. Elise Mourner's there. Yup. Normal summon Sophia. Elise effect, special summon out. And then Sophia effect the draw. Draw on the Gozen, which was like insane. Yeah, I decided to go... I've been doing that recently, where if I open Prost plus Sophia draw, I go for Sophia draw instead of Prost, just because I will treat the Prosperity in my hand just as like the follow-up piece in my hand. So then I'll just like take the random draw, like hopefully I hit a random interruption or something. I don't want to like miss out on a draw anywhere, or really try to miss out on any effects in this deck. At least that's how I've been playing it. I don't know if it's correct or not. I haven't been playing Exosister for very long. But on summon, they Imperm. And then, I don't know if they were trying to use it on the affected attach or not, but either way, I was going to detach, so that way they couldn't, like, because if they go, like, change a heart, take, and then summon Zeus over it, and it has, like, the 2 materials under it, then you have Zeus with 3 materials. The next turn when you attack, now you have Zeus with another wipe. So I just, like, didn't want that to happen. So set goes and set Imperm pass, they draw blue, and I know me having an extra material under this will never matter. But... they're going to go activate Starter. They said, again, for me just, like, passing on nothing. I said, I'll take it this time. Yeah, at least I could try. At least I could try to play the game. But they go activate Starter. Starter go bring out from the deck. Bring out Carrot. And then on that summon, I'm like, well, let's just flip Gozen. Because, like, you just summoned a fire monster. But they also summoned it in attack. Probably because, like, there's so many ways. I mean, obviously, you summon it in attack. Their deck's a going second OTK deck. So everything goes in attack. Because that Carrot can just, go up to 24 attack out of nowhere. Or there could be a Mosquito play or something. But they go ahead. They crash into my monster. Then normal summon blue. They're under Gozen, so they're not going to have, like, the easiest time playing here. Then they special blue from hand. Effect goes search. And I'm just going to hold my Imperm for Jet. Because Jet can grab, like, Smashers or something. So I was like, alright, let's just shut that down. I was thinking what they could even go into with everything that's dark. Because their deck's weird. Their deck is not a normal Sprite deck. Like, let's be honest, not a normal Sprite list at all. So I was like, okay. I was thinking about everything that could be dumb that could be added in the extra deck. And I was like, alright, Gozen should be fine here. I don't think they play something that would be crazy here. And I also don't think they have space for Azalea. And also, them Azalea popping and still comboing would be hard to do. But yeah, I didn't think they had space for Azalea, just because they play like Super Poly and all the Super Poly targets, so that could make it a little bit harder. But they're gonna banish my monster, set Imperm, pass. I draw Elise, and then I know that like I just have to out this Imperm or whatever this set card is. So I go Prosp to go banish 6, look at the top 6, there's Pax, there's Martha, then I grab Martha, they said brick please, yeah, and I looked and I was like, huh, yeah, there's my Martha, there's where she's been. So then I go effect, sweet Martha, summon out Elise, they said super poly here, and they didn't, which I was happy about, and then summon. And then, yeah, they just go ahead and admit defeat there. They said, don't steal my points. But yeah, they stole my points first. I just needed my points back. But now we're going to see them choose to go second again. Which, you know, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about getting to go first this many times. We got Droll, Judgment, Sophia, Stella, Droll. They have Raigeki, Super Poly, Ash, Jet, and Red. Yeah, the double Droll, not very great. Normal summon Stella. Effect a special. Bring out Sophia. They said I sided wrong. I said I also sided wrong. Yeah, just because I was lying. Just because, like, you know, I had Judgment in my deck. Well, I drew an Ash there, which is a pretty good draw. But I was really hoping for, like, Engine. Because, like, if I get hand trapped here, I really want to have follow-up. But they let that go through. Wait, they let that go through, and they have Ash. Okay. Maybe it's just because they have Raigeki, and they know that Raigeki kind of hurts me a lot, or I don't even know what they Ash. Maybe they don't Ash anything to try to play around Talons. I grab Pax, and then I upgrade into my Magnifica, set 2, pass, they draw Herald of the Abyss, they go Raigeki, I chain Judgment, they go chain Herald of the Abyss. Also, I hate how, like, all the cards in the extra deck are light warriors, and all the cards in the main deck are light spellcasters. Like, it makes it so I can't even, like, chain the summon and dodge this, like a Pearly deck would. So I just have to, like, eat it. Then they go normal summon red. I don't have book for it, so that goes through. Then special jet effect to go search. And then I Ash Blossom it. Which, like, is that even correct? I was just scared because they could go, like, search Gamma Burst or something, and then, like, that's rough. There's a lot of things that are just rough there. Then they make Gigantic effect. I guess, like, yeah. I guess no matter how I do it, I probably just lose no matter what, right? Well, it's also tough because, like, the draw Pax interaction is, like, Pax has to add the hand and then special. So it's not like I can draw and then, like, when they say battle phase, just, like, produce a body on field to try to, like, eat the damage. And then also I would still have to top deck and hope that they didn't set up an interruption, because my top deck can't beat an interruption. But going on to the next game, I'm going to go first. Game 3 of match 2. I got Pax, Martha, Stella, Ash, and Moonlit. They have Angler, Carrot, Starter, Raigeki, Harpies. Let's go. Finally got it in the opening hand. I go activate Martha. I said, why are you playing Exo, by the way? You never activated Martha and it shows. That's all I needed to say. This is the best response. Yeah, but I played it at locals, had fun. So I played on DB and learning it. Yeah, I've been learning Exo Sister a lot recently. But summoned. It said learn Unchained or Chimera. Yeah, I need to learn Unchained more, but I already know Chimera. Detach, go search out Pax. And then activate Pax. Pay hate, feel great. Go search out Sophia. And then normal summon Stella effect, bring out Sophia, and then Sophia effect. Right here, they said Sophia's so busted. Please, always draws Judgment or Flood. Please draw anti-spell. And then I drew in the Returnia. And I was like, huh. I'll take a Returnia. I'll take that. Then I go up in the Capital effect, go search out Martha. and then use those, go into Magnifica, set Returnia, set packs, and then pass turn. You can also see that I kept trying to go for like pack set against this deck just because I figured that every single time when it became my turn, my whole board was going to be gone, my life points were going to be low, and they were going to have like maybe like a sprite monster on field or something, like some random sprites. So I was like, alright, just get Martha in hand every time for follow-up. Get like packs, this card's either follow-up or it can like potentially be an interruption. So I really like this card, how it can do that. Because something like Vadis can't be follow-up unless your opponent's moving stuff out of the grave. My opponent's deck will never move something out of the grave, it seems. Like, you know, Sprite Elf isn't a thing, they're not doing that. They drew Beaver for turn. So they're going to start with Harpy's Feather Duster. I go Chain Packs. You know, they're happy, because that's not Chain Judgment plus have, like, Book Set. So then I lose Returnia plus Packs, but I bring out Irene from the deck. Then they go Activate Raigeki. And then, yep, that's just going to wipe the board. Normal Summon Beaver. Beaver effect, bring out from the deck. Bring out Angler. Activate Starter. I chain Ash. Also, because I thought about this, like, right afterwards. Because I ashed that with, like, the quickness, right? It wasn't the quickness. It was like 3 seconds. That's not the quickness. It was decent. But, you know, it wasn't a 1 second Ash Blossom. Yeah, I was thinking maybe there's a world where I wasn't supposed to stop that, because they bring out blue effect, I Moonlit blue, they go overlay into Gigantic, I Ash Gigantic, but I guess the problem is that then they go like sprint into rank 2? Does that even matter, sprint in the rank 2? Because remember, what does their rank 2 do if it's not Gigantic? What does their rank 2 do if it is not Gigantic? I don't know. I don't think it does anything. They don't play Melfi. Mosquito, that doesn't do anything. They said, so last card was Martha, right? Yep. So they're going to go overlay into Gigantic. I gave it a thumbs up. They said Mourner. I said, sadly not this time. I said, you troll, so I have to Zeus, eh? But then they activate Gigantic. They should have listened. I said, sadly not this time. But on your next effect, blue effect, I'll Moonlit that one. Then they go Special Carrot, Battle Phase, Attack. And they also have the other Angler in hand, so, you know, they weren't able to go for like a Sprint Land or anything. Like Sprint Dump and Summon. Which is also something I thought about here. I was like, okay, maybe they didn't Sprint effects. They want to leave the stuff in the deck. Because he had talked about that. Not long ago. He said sometimes the optimal first turn board isn't even going in the sprint. It's not even make sprint. It's not even use your nimble monsters. It's just go for like Gigantic, blue, pass. And it's like, it's crazy. Because I don't know. That's not normal Sprite things. That's literally just him. So, just him. Every other Sprite player does, like, different stuff. So, like, it's hard to make reads sometimes on what there is to be done. But to be fair, there's also, like, the unfair advantage. Because I also, like, you know, I know the deck and everything. But Martha effect. And also, yeah, they're supposed to take damage from Moonlit. It's crazy because, literally, their turn, I was thinking, like, okay, the second they link Gigantic off, I'm going to tell them to take 16. But I completely forgot I had used Moonlit on the blue. I was full focused on them taking 16. So that's why I just didn't remind them. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm actually just dumb. Like, I'm dumb for a different reason. They said, next time I will do Zeus. I said, please no, ja. So I bring out Martha, Elise. I just go Battle Phase, beat over Sprint, so that way they don't have a bounce. And then main phase 2. Nice, think a sec, sorry. And I think here, I make the wrong play. Because I could, I think I was trying to play around Hand Trap. Because I could overlay, make Capital effects, search Sophia, Elise, draw one, make Magnific, or make Mia effect, go search for like packs. And then pass. But here I go Elise effect a special. I think this is fine though. Actually, I'm gonna say once I start naming it, I think this is like it gets me to the same thing in the end. But the only problem is it gets me to the same thing in the end, but I have to use my banish differently. Because here I search Returnia, And now I use my effect. No, it actually is just a completely different end board. Yeah, it's a completely different end board because now I go Martha upgrade, and then I go effect, because now I lose my banish from my Magnifica. Because, yeah, and instead of having... I guess this leaves me with Sophia on board. So is it worth losing the banish to have Sophia on board? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably fair to lose the draw to have that on board. But I definitely searched wrong then. I definitely searched wrong. I wasn't supposed to search Returnia. If I search packs, it's a lot better. But also, it was a little more awkward because I had gone through all 3 of my Elise. Because sadly, I had drawn one, like, for that last turn. So I didn't have, like, another Martha Elise in deck to be able to just, like, packs into. Yeah, I go ahead, I banish Gigantic, pass, and then they draw Gamma Burst, pass, draw Moonlit, and the thing is here, yeah, I was like, I shouldn't have drawn a card not worth. Yeah, I was thinking, like, if I was going to set up Magnifica, Returnia, I could have searched Martha, so that way Martha would let me go for game here, because I can banish something out of their graveyard and then upgrade. Which, that play is nice. Being able to banish something out of the graveyard for Martha to upgrade, that makes it so much easier to go for game, because you'll just have, like, Mia plus Martha, you'll go attack, 41, effect, banish, effect, upgrade, attack, and it's, like, sick. Nice. So I go draw there, I draw on the Ash, and then also I'm definitely not supposed to attack with Sophia there. I was just thinking, like, alright, end the game as quick as possible. Operation, not good. And I was like, make starter bad, make all this bad. But I guess, like, starter was bad anyways. Yeah, because if they're at 11, starter happens to still not do anything. Because they already went through carrot. So I should have just put this in defense to play around Lightning Storm. Because Lightning Storm on monsters wouldn't hurt that much. Because I can use this to tag out. But it said it pokes twice. And, maybe... Oh, I said, will you attend Vancouver? Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, and the worst part is my flight is, like, unironically, like, 15 hours there and, like, 18 hours back. Like, I just want to put that in perspective. 18 hours back, like, that to Vancouver, Canada, that's exactly how long my trip to Japan was. Like, Canada versus Japan. It should not take that much time difference. It's Canada. It's, like, right there. But it sucks. And then they go ahead, they draw Ash Blossom. I said, don't do it, please. Yeah, and they started drawing cards. I was like, thank God. But then they also scared me again, because then they said, oh. And then they started putting stuff back. And I was like, no. They forgot they had, like, a thrust target in their deck or something, and now they're about to go thrust for something crazy, and I was like, don't do this to me. Because I was about to drop Ash when they were drawing a bunch. Right when they said, oh, I was going to drop Ash and be like, yeah, I'll negate your draw 15. And then, yeah, then they started putting this down. I was like, oh, thank God. You scared me. Yeah, this deck was just a scary deck to play against, because out of nowhere, you know, you could just get hit with, like, Raigeki, Harpies, Talons, and then, like, Beaver starter game. But I said, pew pew. Then I go ahead and show all my interruptions. Pew pew. Hey, leaving Sophia on board, though, feels a little bit wild. That was my first time doing that. Like, leaving this on board for an entire turn just to draw an extra card. That definitely feels like value. Like, getting a free search into, like, draw 2. Like, that's heat soul if I just, like, leave this on board for 2 turns. But seeing how long the match was, well, the 2 matches were about 36 minutes long. Yeah, I mean, we were playing fairly fast. The only time that, like, I think we really, like, sat down to really think through a play, well, we, as in just me, was that one turn, yeah, like, the one turn where I made, like, the Magnifica, Sophia, and everything, because I was thinking about the other line, where I, you know, start with Capital goes search, Sophia, Elise, Sophia draw 1, then make Mia go search for Returnia, then banish Gigantic off field, then make Magnifica, So it stops me from getting a Sophia, which stops me from getting a draw, but then I also get to have an extra banish under this. Well, when I say extra banish, I mean a banish in general, because right now it doesn't really have a banish, because you'll want to tag it out into this and then use that banish. So like this won't have its banish, because it has to have 2 materials to have like full value in a turn. So I think this was better though. I think at the time I thought the other line was better, because I was also trying to think that through. But well, I thought this line was better, and then I went for it, and then I thought the other line was better. But now that like I'm actually going over it again, I actually think this line was better. Just because the Sophia is probably pretty nice. I think the Returnia should have been Pax though. I think that was a misplay. Even though I did draw Martha, that should be the only change. Just because I need to get like engine in hand. Like if I get hit with like non-engine here to wipe my board, then I mean, you know, definitely odds are my opponent's not doing anything, because they would have to have like Beaver or another starter to like 1 card play in that spot. Because that was when they had Angler in hand, and then they top deck Gamma Burst. So like, you know, they would have had 2 cards up to hit me with like Regeki to wipe the board. The other card has to be a 1 card play card. And I also had Moonlit, so that just like wasn't gonna happen. So, and I drew Ash at the end off Sophia, but I would have never known that I had that. Actually, I think I drew Shift or drew Ash the next turn, but yeah, that should have been pack set for sure. The more I think about it, but all right, yeah, there's not too much more to talk about. That was really it. But I said GG's though. Funny. I said I still lose points. Yeah, I still lost points, by the way. After all this, I think I started with 1,094. I still lost points after you know, taking my win back. But I said, haha, Regeki hurt my soul. Yeah, Regeki is so good against this deck that it actually just hurts. Like, I don't want to get hit with Regeki and Dark Hole and those cards. And not draw, like, Judgment or Forbidden Lance or something to, like, protect my monster. But with all that being said, again, you can go ahead and check out Dinh Pham YouTube link down below at the very top of the description. And then, obviously, you're already at my YouTube channel, so you can just press subscribe if you liked what you saw. And with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.